Hello everyone, welcome to Learn English with Roshanyadav. So in last videos, we covered all the parts of speech series, major parts of speech, noun, pronoun, conjunction, interjection, complete. So this will be the video of clauses and phrases because before moving sentences, as I promised you after parts of speech series, because parts of speech are the words used in a sentence, then I told you that I will do a topic of sentence. But before moving to sentence, here are some short topics: phrases and clauses in English grammar. So these will be the today's topic, and we will discuss what are phrases, clauses, difference between phrases and clauses, types of phrases and clauses. So first of all, you need to know what are phrases. So phrases are the group of words which have subject and verb. These are without any meaning if it is alone. So like I watch a movie. So this is without subject and verb, and here is clause. So clause is with subject and verb, and this makes meaning or sense in the group of words as well, and without any need of another word also. So clauses are two types. The first type of clauses is dependent clause. Second type of clause is independent clause. So we will see the difference between phrase and clauses. क्योंकि अगर हम सेंटेंस के पास जाते हैं या सेंटेंस सीखने जाते हैं तो उससे पहले हमें फ्रेजेस और क्लॉजेस पता होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आपने वर्ड्स देख लिए जो जो पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच में होते हैं, फिर उससे पहले आप देखेंगे फ्रेजेस और क्लॉजेस इन इंग्लिश ग्रामर, जो कि आपका सेंटेंस से पहले का टॉपिक है. तो फ्रेजेस और क्लॉजेस को हम कंप्लीट डिटेल में स्क्रीन के थ्रू समझेंगे. व्हाट आर फ्रेजेस, टाइप्स एंड डिफरेंस बिटवीन फ्रेजेस एंड क्लॉजेस. Hello, let's now understand the phrases and clauses from the screen. So, phrases and clauses in English grammar. Let's begin. What are phrases? What are clauses? So, this will be the video upon phrases and clauses. Before sentences, we need to understand phrases and clauses. So, you must be wondering what is phrases and clauses. You have so much doubt upon phrases and clauses. Let's understand the phrases and clauses. This video will tell you what are phrases and clauses, types of phrases and clauses, phrases versus clauses, means what is the difference between phrases and clauses. There is exercise in the last for the practice of clauses, and we will see everything about phrases and clauses. Now let's understand what are the clauses. We will understand clauses, everything about clauses. So you must be wondering what are clauses. So clauses are a group of words which forms a part of sentence and contains a subject and a predicate is called a clause. So a part of sentence, group of words which contains subject and predicate is called a clause. It is the half sentence and it makes a sense because it has subject and predicate. So this was the clauses. So example of clauses are: when I was in the walking in the street where she was born, when I saw her. These small sentences or group of words make sense. So these will be the clauses. So this is the clause. I hope that you understand about clauses. What are clauses? So you got clear. Clauses are a group of words which have subject and predicate, like where she was born. Now let's understand types of clauses. What are the types of clauses? So there are two types of clauses. Independent clause which makes sense itself. Then second one is dependent clause. So the independent clause means that don't need any other word or object to make a sense. It makes sense itself. Example, I received a letter and replied it to it. Okay. So we will see there are two types of uh, clauses. So the second type is dependent clause, which depends on some other clauses. For its meaning is called a dependent clause. Means it needs some another clause or another words for its complete meaning. So that is called dependent clause or subordinate clause. We call them also principal clause and subordinate clauses. So there are two types of clauses. Okay, so let's now understand the subordinate clause, which is dependent on another clause to form or to make a meaning like a sentence. So let's now understand kinds of subordinate clause. Subordinate clause तरीके or what are the types of subordinate clause. So the subordinate clause, there are three kinds of subordinate clause. These are noun clause. We see clauses as a noun, as an adjective clause, as adverb clause. So the subordinate means dependent clause is can be divided into three, namely noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause. Noun clause. What is noun clause? Noun clause is a group of words which contains a subject and predicate of its own. So this is called a noun clause. So which have subject and predicate and does the work of a noun. It is called noun clause. I know that she is a teacher in the school. So that is a noun clause. What I like most in her is her modesty. So these will be the noun clause which work of a noun. A noun clause can be used as a subject of verb, transitive verb. You can check our verb video which describes every kind of verb. So this can be used as object of a preposition. Noun clauses. Clauses are very important to understand before sentences because clauses are the group of words which can make sense as a dependent clause, and independent clause does not need any kind of what clauses. So the second type of clause is adjective clause. Adjective clause. What are adjective clause? We will see. So how noun clause works, that I am not satisfied with what I achieved in life. So here are some examples of like preposition in last we use life. So this is called a noun clause. Okay, so there are three different kinds of subordinate clauses. Okay, adverb clause, adjective clauses, and noun clauses. So subordinate clauses are differentiate, or the three major parts are the noun clauses, adjective, and adverb clauses. Each of these clauses are introduced by certain words. So clauses come in four types: main or independent, subordinate clause, or dependent. So it can be dependent clause, adjective or relative, and noun. Every clause has at least one subject and one verb. So subject and verb will be there in clauses. Okay. So this will be the clauses. Distinguished type of clauses like noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause. So this was the clauses. Now let's understand adjective clause. Adjective clause, we did noun clause in last slide. This will be the adjective clause. So adjective clause, a group of word which contains a subject and a predicate of its own and does the work of an adjective is called an adjective clause. So the adjective clause is the word which contains subject and verb and does the work of a adjective. So when we think of an adjective, we usually think a single word used before a noun. But like here, there are two types. However, an adjective can also come in the form of an adjective clause. Means there can be word, but the a clause can also come as an adjective clause. An adjective clause usually comes after the noun. So adjective clause comes after the noun and is made up of a several words, not one word. It is made up of a several words, which like all clauses will include a subject and a verb. So you know clauses contain subject and a verb. Quality defines the adjective. Example of adjective clauses are: I want to know the time when we or when the meeting will take place. I don't know the reason why Ramaya disliked me. So these are the example of a adjective clause. There is one more adjective clause example. The beautiful girl whose father is an accountant in the state bank is appearing for the IAS exam. So this was also adjective clause example. Now let's understand adverb clause. And adverb clause are a group of words which contains a subject or predicate of its own and does the work of a adverb. It is called adverb clauses. Adverb, I have made the video upon adverb also. If you want to understand adverb, you can check it out. So this was adverb and adjective clauses. This was adjective clause. Now let's understand adverb clause. And adverb clause is supposition or concession, and here is exercise for you all. So we will do some exercise as well, exercise on clauses. Okay, so what are adverb clauses? As a supersession and concession, a clause which is used to indicate a supposition or concession is called an adverb clause of supposition or concession. An adverb clause of supposition introduced by words likely through, like example, though she is clever, she is not proud. Although I tried hard, I could not succeed in my attempt. So this was kind of adverb used as clauses of supposition or concession. Note, an adverb clause does the work of an adverb, okay? An adjective clause does the work of adjective. So these clauses does the work of adverb, adjective and noun. So example or exercise are like supply the suitable adverb clause here. Do not walk on the road. Okay, so you have to make complete meaning. I hope that you got what are clauses. Clauses are a group of words which make sense itself is called dependent clause, which need another clause, it is independent clause. And clauses are group of words which have part of sentence, it is the part of a sentence. So during the day lad slept in a coffin when the moon shone. Here are some clauses. He stalked a pretty milkmaid who lived in the. You need to connect or you need to make a meaningful clause. Just attempt it, do it right now, comment. Okay, so do it now. The exercises on clause. So let's understand now phrases after just clauses, because this video is upon phrases and clauses. What is the difference between phrases and clauses and types? So what are phrases? So you need to understand what are phrases. Phrases meaning is vakyans, a small group of words standing together as a conceptual unit, typically forming a component of a clause. Means it is just a small or it's a component of a clause. So it is a group of words as well standing together, and to improve standard is the key phrase here. So what are phrases? Phrases are just two, three kind of words which stands conceptual unit, and it is a component of the clause. So a phrase is a group of words which does not make complete sense. Here you need to focus. The clause make complete sense itself as well dependent clause, but phrases don't make complete sense. So here is the big difference between phrases and clauses. Phrases versus clauses means here the clauses make complete sense and phrases make incomplete sense, but both are group of words. Example of phrases are in the east. So okay, and for his courage, on his success. So these are the example of what phrases. So this is the phrases. So now let's understand phrases like here is the in the east. But note here, it can be turned. The phrases can be turned into a meaningful sentence. Example, here was written in the east. But if we want it to make a complete sentence and meaningful, just we need to write the sun rises in the east. Here the phrase was in the east, but we add the sun, so it make a complete sense. So it can be turned into a meaningful sentence. I congratulated him on his success. So this was phrases. So phrases are the group of words does not make complete sense. So example like for his courage, on his success, these are phrases. In the east, this is phrase but doesn't make a complete sense. So we can turn it into a meaningful sentence. So let's now understand types of phrases. Types of phrases: adjective phrase, adverb phrase, noun phrase. These are the types of phrases. Let's understand the first, adjective phrase. So a group of words which does the work of an adjective is called an adjective phrase. Example, with his wife and children. In white dress, this is the half group of words and it is a adjective phrase. Okay, so let's understand how we will change it or make it a complete sense. So this was a adjective phrase. Now let's understand adverb and noun phrases. Noun and adverb phrases. We watch adjective phrase. The second phrase is adverb and the third phrase is noun phrase. So adverb phrase is a group of words which does the work of an adverb phrase. Example, with great speed, without any car. So these are the adverb phrase. Adverb phrase like the with a great speed without any care. The third phrase is noun phrase. Phrases are just a group of words which does not make a complete sense and it is different from the clauses as these are the small phrase and it need to be make complete sense by adding something. Okay, so the difference and the what are phrases, I hope that you are getting it. A group of words which does the work of a noun is called a noun phrase. Early to bed, reading books, playing cricket. These small words or the part of sentence, it can be two words, but it need to make a complete sense using the phrases. So smoking cigars, teaching English. These are phrases, noun phrases. These are noun phrases. Okay, so let's now wind up this session. Subscribe this channel for more latest videos upon English grammar. Thank you for watching this video till end. I hope that you understand, like and share with your friends. So this was the video upon clauses and phrases. You watch the differences and what are clauses, what are phrases, its type. So next video is upon sentences. As you got understand what are the phrases and clauses. This was a small topic as well, and press the bell icon for the latest updates. And yes, if you want to enroll in spoken English course, just contact. And next video will be upon sentences. Sentences are very essential part of our English. Now let's find up. Thank you so much.